It's a nice day that I gotta take my dirt bike. I'm going fishing on an adventure. Maria's gonna work on her garden out there. So I'm just packing up, getting on the old R thing, the old R thing monster. And I'm gonna ride about 30 miles, 35 miles each way. It's a little bit rough down the back roads because there's a bunch of sand traps which suck, but it's enjoyable, and I'm just kind of out for a beautiful adventure. I'm gonna drive slow. People get behind me, they can go around me. I only go 60 miles an hour. I mean, the thing does 90, but I'm not doing faster than 60, 65 on this thing. I gotta fix the roof on my wood shed, but I did mow the lawn yesterday, so lawn looks nice for the most part. All right, I'm gonna pack it up and go. I got chickens everywhere, acting a fool. I'm out of here. Off I go. Got my gear, my poles packed up, ready to rock. Our thing, bam. I'm on my way. I'm on my motorcycle, and if you look, there's a deer down in the middle of the road down there. Oh, and there's a deer, and then there's those are guinea fowl. Look at that deer down there, sitting right in the middle of the road. Look at these guinea fowl. This is one of my neighbors about a mile from my house. These things are a trip. Weirdos. Oh, there goes the deer taking off. So, made it to my destination, all right. This spot is pretty unlikely there's going to be any fish here, but I was passing it on the way. I don't like taking the bike back here because this road is sketchy as hell. It looks nice right here, but it's up the road. There's a bunch of sand pits and like sand traps. So every time I drive the bike down there, I gotta, because I'm not the best on a motorcycle, man. I'm a 55-year-old man. I'm not a motocross driver. It's got like aggressive knobby tires on it. So, or excuse me, the front tire, I got flat when I lived in Missouri, and I was driving more on the road than I was on the trail, so I got kind of a more street tire on there than I did an aggressive like knobby like I need now. So when you drive in the sand, it kind of like it's wobbly and not. So I'm like driving with my feet hanging out, doing like 10 miles an hour in second gear, and I've fallen a couple times. I've fallen once, but I've had a couple close calls. But anyways, I'm in my spot, my favorite beautiful spot. It's truly beautiful day. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees. River's as beautiful as ever. I'm going to, you can hear the birds chirping. So I'm just going to shoot down to the beds where I know there's some beds in this river where there could be a couple of fish. And if there's not, I'll just jump over to the main river. But I kicked myself in the butt if I didn't at least stop here to look for some fish, because my luck, I could walk down there and there's 5 or 6, big fat steelhead. This is the end of the steelhead, so it's pretty much over. Down here, like up, if you go north another 50, 75, 100 miles, might be a few more left in the river spawning. This is it. Mostly I'm going to be leaving the river, which, like, if I fish next week, well, I'm thinking I'm going camping next week, but if I fished here next week, I would fish downstream a couple of miles because the fish are dropping out of the river. One thing I didn't forget this time though is bug spray. Anyone who's seen my other video, I was annihilated. The black flies are swarming me right now. But look, the last time I was here a week ago, there was no leaves on these maple trees. Now loaded up with leaves, and it's crazy, man. It happens so fast up here in Michigan. In northern Michigan, it goes from winter to summer in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's just boom. It goes from no leaves to bang. Hello, summer. And it's just started like this week, and it'll be beautiful for the next 4 months, 5 months. So I'm going to put some bug spray on, unload my fishing gear, and just take a walk through the woods and see what I see. If nothing, I'm going to jump back to my other spot, and I'll see you when I'm over there. I'm out. Unless I catch fish over here, I'll try to get on camera, and you'll be like, what's that? Well, it's a good thing that I always bring extra sunglasses, Polaroid glasses. I keep some in my backpack simply because I've had them fall off my face into the river. I've also set them down and can't remember where to find them. I have set them down and gone back and found them. But one lesson I've learned is, well, I had an extra pair here because I forgot mine. Duh. my good ones. But here's a lesson, bit of advice for anyone who's a fisherman, outdoorsman like this. If you need Polaroid glasses, don't buy camouflage ones because you're going to set them down in the woods and you're never going to find them. These are camouflage. I have no lanyard, so if I take them off and set them down, they're just going to vanish. Had it happen. In fact, my favorite pair of sunglasses, Polaroid in the water is super low, so probably won't be any fish. And if there is any fish, they'll be in the same spot they were last week. They're in the same spot they are every year. It's one little bed. That's the only place they'll be. The Moormire is beautiful though. One time, my favorite sunglasses. I was fighting a salmon under a bridge in a little river called the Trout River. And I don't know, I threw my glasses off because they got wet. They got splashed on by the fish. So I kind of threw them over to the side so I could finish battling the fish. And then when I went back to go look for them, they were camouflaged. Couldn't find them anywhere. So I'm looking everywhere. I'm walking back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I gave up. I give up. I guess I lose them. It is what it is. And I take one step and I hear crunch. And it sounds like I crush them. But I didn't. I looked down, didn't even hurt them. So, and I had them for another 2 years. I lost them at some point. I lost them somewhere. But I just thought it was kind of funny that I couldn't find them because they were camouflaged. And then I stepped on them. And I still didn't break them. Since then, I've gone through literally probably 25 pairs of Polaroid glasses. I go through them a couple pairs a year. Maria, when she sees them on sale or something at Myers or Dunham's or MC Sporting Goods or on Amazon, she'll grab you a pair, because she knows I'm gonna lose them or break them. They've exited the river. It's just not enough water in here to keep them in here. It gets this shallow and they bounce. They were all spawning right there. All that gravel and that rocks, that was where they were getting it in. And I figured this would be the case. If the water gets low, then this time of year it just kind of drops down, but you never know. You come walking up. I come walking up last week, and there's 55 steelhead sitting there. Well, 3 for sure, anyways. But I thought I saw a 4th. Man, it'd be very easy to catch if they were. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how shallow this is. This was all river. This is all, where I'm standing now was river last week. These fish are long gone. They don't like it when it gets this shallow. They gotta get in the main river. So we're gonna go check the main river. Beautiful. Figure this would be a beautiful spot as any. Eat my lunch. Beautiful. I drank some of this water. Probably wasn't the smartest thing, but I was getting low on purple drink. And I wanted something cold. It was hot. So I just stuck my purple drink in there and filled it up with water. Probably not the smartest move. But what are you gonna do? I go get the old Montezuma's Revenge. I shouldn't. I drink. When I was a kid, I used to drink water out of the river, the lake, creek, ditch. Didn't matter. It was water. I drank it. Every bug's in there floating around, swimming around, little creatures. I drank it. Never had a problem. I think it's how you build an immunity to it. It's been a long time since I've done that, so it is concerning. I usually don't drink water straight out of the river. And it's because there's things, Giardia, and there's a lot of bacteria in the water. It can be anyway. Probably not going to bother. I got it from my dad. My dad used to drink out of the creek and the river and the lake when I was looking fishing, so I'm like, I can do it. People think, oh my God. This is pretty darn clean water. I live in the middle of the wilderness. This is the water that's flowing here. Most of it is spring fed. Some of it's a lake runoff, but most of it's spring fed. It never goes out. Meaning this river, the flow that's coming out of this river right now, it never stops. It's flowing out of the side of that little hill over there. The underground springs, artesian springs, they don't ever dry up. So the water is very clean. It's also cold. This is why I wanted it, because I'm hot. I had to replenish my energy. I have a protein bar, but I do got this. This is a fish sandwich, rainbow trout sandwich. This is the trout, one of the trout that I caught last week. A big sandwich. I'm not a big eater. Like, I don't need a big massive sandwich. A protein shake and an apple and this, I'm good to go. But this is the fish that I caught in this watershed last week. On sourdough bread. It's delicious. Oh, I just inhaled a bug through my nose. Black flies. Doesn't matter. So, oh, dropped my phone in the river. So, rainbow trout sandwich when I'm out here looking for trout. In my favorite, one of my favorite places. Beautiful spot. The only thing that could make it more beautiful is I look down in them rapids right there. I'm big, like 12-pound steelhead just comes swimming up. I've never seen that here, but I've seen salmon doing that many times. Where you just look up and, oh my God, there's a giant fish right there. Typically, you cast at it and try to get it to bite. And more often than not, ends up snagging him. Accidentally. Always accidentally. These days when I fish for salmon, I fish with a legal rig. Not illegal, but illegal. And if I snag one, it's legally snagged to the point where I can let them go and not get in trouble. And that's what I do. So if I follow hook a fish, oops, I just let them go. So I don't eat them anyways. I'll keep a couple every fall that I cook legally that bite, cook them in the mouth. Because I always get a couple to bite. And so I'll keep those, and those will be the ones I eat. I give them away. A lot of people like salmon. I don't. I'm sick of it. I ate too much of it over the years. The first year I got out of prison, I think I caught 50 on the dot. And next year, weather was a little funky. I think I caught 37. The next year after that, I only caught like 14 because the run only lasted like 3 days, and there was this massive rain. So it just blew out. It just blew it. The river, the salmon all went over the falls, and that was the end of them. Then go over the falls, you don't know where they go. They could go for the next 25 miles. The next year after that, I caught 70. And then last year I caught 50, 55, I think. So, plenty of fish to go around. I always have plenty of salmon to play with. It's fun to catch. Now, look at how bad I hate the smell of DEET bug spray. Ugh, nauseating. I'm trying to enjoy my lunch. But if I wasn't DEETed up, I'd be running around here crazy with mud on my face with a fat lip. I'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. Sun's clouding up. I don't know if it's good or bad. I do not want it to start raining. Oh, I'm on the motorcycle. You do not want to be in the rain on a motorcycle now. This has happened to me many times. Not many, a few times. Twice at this exact spot doing the exact same thing. I've got caught in thunderstorms and had to drive back soaking cold and miserable. It's a long ride. It's not really an enjoyable ride either. I mean, it's enjoyable, except the one stretch when there's traffic. There's not a lot of traffic, but any traffic sucks. But the other like 20 miles are like, just you out there on the road by yourself. But just driving down the highway out in the country, it's enjoyable. It gets boring. You just want it to hurry up. Now you get out here in the woods and you can drive all day and it's like, oh, this is dope. I'm gonna drive through these back roads and back trails forever. Unless there's sand traps, in which case those suck and they're terrifying. But those suck. But totally worth it because it's once you get here, it's a lot of fun. And I do enjoy the ride. It's just, if it was 10 miles instead of 35 miles, I'd be happy. Is what it is. Can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might just find you get what you need.